the National Assembly, Mr. Mansour Nadir, Mayor of Georgetown, Mr. Alfred Mentor, members of the private and public sectors, management and staff of Marics, my media colleagues, and specially invited guests. Good afternoon, and welcome to this launch of a much-anticipated vehicle in the Honda line. Please put your hands together for Marics. This is the home of Honda in Guyana, and we're incredibly grateful to have all of you here today as we get ready to launch this vehicle and unveil it to all of Guyana. I've heard about some great things with pricing, and I know that this will mean a lot for our Guyanese, so we're looking forward to hearing so much more about it. But first, let's start things off with some brief remarks by the General Manager here, Mr. Anand Khalidin. Please put your hands together for him.
Honorable Minister of Finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, Honorable Speaker of the House, Mr. Mansour Nadir, Mayor of Georgetown, Mr. Alfred Mentor, Permanent Secretaries, special invitees, member of the print and electronic media, director, staff of Marics and Company. Marics and Company has been a part of the Guyana market for over 55 years. We are truly the home of Honda in Guyana. We take pride in helping our communities develop and care for the environment. Honda starts with this simple desire to leave blue skies for our children and and pass the joy of living on a fully clean, beautiful planet. Hence, that's why our products are eco-friendly. At Marics, we offer products and exceptional customer service. Honda products are known to be of quality and durability. Safety is also at the top of the agenda. Today, we'll be launching the new Honda HR-V, a compact crossover SUV, which is equipped with a 1500cc engine. Over the next few months, there will be significant expansion by our organization to enhance the delivery of quality customer care to our customers. We look forward for your continued support in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anand. And now we get ready to welcome to the podium the Honorable Senior Minister of Finance, Dr. Ashley Singh. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Your Worship the Mayor, Chairman and directors, managers, and staff of Marics Guyana Inc., and in particular the Permal family, our gracious hosts this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first of all thank Marics, and by extension, of course, the Permal family, Mr. and Mrs. Permal and their family, for inviting me to be a part of this beautiful and symbolic and important occasion. I am indeed, I must confess that I'm not often invited to attend launches of new models of vehicles. It's a little bit off of the beaten track for me. But I was particularly pleased to receive the invitation for reasons that I will elaborate forthwith. Increasingly every day, we see new companies setting up operations in Guyana, and we see new companies setting up operations in Guyana, offering new goods and services, creating new employment opportunities, and making their respective contributions to improving quality of life to Guyanese people, whether it is through the jobs that they create, or the goods that they sell, or the services that they offer. And we also see established companies either reinventing themselves to respond to the new opportunities that are emergent in our economy today, offering new services, different lines of products and goods, or indeed raising the quality of what they're offering in response to the environment in which we're operating today. Literally every day, we see and hear stories of companies responding to opportunities that are emerging in the Guyanese market. And that should not come as a surprise to us, because the Guyanese market is one that is characterized, if I might, by the following realities. The first is, of course, something that you hear so often that it perhaps might sound a little bit cliched now, but we are quite comfortably the fastest growing economy in the world now, and not on the basis of a one-off spike in economic growth. Because what we're observing in Guyana today is a rare, indeed an unprecedented, sustained period of high growth. We've grown on average over the last 2 or 3 years in excess of 40%. We will grow over the next at least 3 to 4 years on average in excess of 25%. And in every likelihood that will continue into the future or indeed be revised upwards. And such a sustained period of strong economic growth is without compare. There are few, if any, and in fact I can think of no other episode in recent economic history of sustained strong economic growth in that magnitude or at that magnitude. And that has brought with it, so this sustained economic growth over the last 2 or 3 years and the anticipated growth going forward has created opportunities in literally every sector of economic activity. Not just, of course, a lot of this is, of course, driven by oil and gas. As you know, we are producing currently perhaps in excess of 350,000 barrels of oil per day. By the end of the year, we'll be producing just under 600,000 barrels of oil per day once the third FPSO starts operating around October or November. And by 2027, we'll be producing in the order of 1.2 million barrels of oil per day. We have 2 FPSOs producing right now. We will have 3 by the end of the year. And within the decade, we will probably have 8 or 9, to put things in perspective. And so while a lot of the growth is driven by oil and gas, it has inevitably resulted in positive spillovers in literally every sector of economic activity. I say to people that it almost doesn't matter which sphere of economic activity you're operating in. Whether you are providing support services to the oil and gas sector, like some of the big multinationals are, whether you're providing transportation services, whether you're providing accommodation, whether you're selling food, it almost doesn't matter which sector of economic activity you're operating. There is no sector in which demand is not growing rapidly. And so this has created, and that of course has brought with it in turn more demand for labor, more people are working than ever before, more people are earning and have more disposable income than ever before, more people have the capacity to save and invest, including investing in real assets. We see more home ownership now than ever before with the government's housing program. We see more young professionals being able to acquire their own home and then subsequently perhaps to acquire their own vehicle. And then, of course, the process of wealth accumulation continues. And this can only be a good thing. And our government's commitment is to ensure that we maintain and indeed further enhance an environment where every single Guyanese family can own their own home. You know, we've committed to distributing 50,000 house lots over the course of this term of office. We're probably halfway there already. So we're committed to creating an environment where every single Guyanese family can own their own home. And increasingly, you are seeing Guyanese families who previously would not have considered themselves a potential homeowner becoming homeowners. I recall, I see a lot of young people in the room, and that's a great thing, but I recall 20 years ago, 30 years ago perhaps, it would have been inconceivable for a 20-something-year-old person to dare to dream of being their own. In 1993, when I came back to Guyana, a person in their early 20s or mid-20s couldn't have dared to dream that they will own their own home. Today, the prospect of being a homeowner in your mid to upper 20s is not an unrealistic prospect. There are young professionals today who routinely apply for a house lot or apply for a young professional home, and they get it, they build their own home or they acquire their own home. And this is the Guyana that we want. The Guyana that we want is a Guyana where every family, including young families, are able, every single family, including young families, can own their own home, can own their own means of transportation, can save and live a quality of life comparable to their peers anywhere else in the world. That's the Guyana that we want to realize. And every day we're putting in place the building blocks to achieve that. The housing program, making vehicle ownership more affordable, making public transportation more affordable, including things like the adjustments that we've made. You would know, I was very happy to hear that the vehicle, it was a happy, fortuitous coincidence that the vehicle that you're launching is less than 1,500 cc. I'm told it's 1,496 or thereabouts. And as you would know, we very recently, in fact, reduced the taxes on new vehicles below 1,500 cc, which would have directly impacted on the affordability of vehicles within that engine capacity range. Because we recognize quality of life considerations, and we want Guyanese families we want more young Guyanese people seeing Guyana as the preferred place for them to make a long-term, to see their long-term prospects in, and to be able to live comfortably here, get good quality jobs, and live good quality and fulfilling lives. And so I situate this launch of a new product line in that context. Just a few days ago, I spoke at another similar event, slightly a little bit off of the beaten track for me. LG opened a new store or a new agent, and I spoke there and I spoke about the fact that we want Guyanese consumers to be able to walk into a world where they feel that they get the same quality services they would get anywhere else. And so I made those comments at the launch of the LG store, I see a number of faces who were there as well, so you might recognize some of my remarks. But so I saw on that occasion, and I made the point on that occasion, that increasingly, I mean, I remember the days when if you bought a household appliance, and many of you, those of you who are maybe a little bit older, you will remember. I remember the days when if you bought a household appliance in Guyana, you got the plastic envelope with the warranty, the manufacturer's warranty forms and so on, but they were meaningless. You threw them in the garbage because nobody honored a manufacturer's warranty or provided after-sales service or any such thing. And some of you are nodding because you know that up to today, there are a number of places where you might go and you might buy an appliance. The box comes with the manufacturer, the registration and the manufacturer's warranty forms and so on, but nobody honors them. We all remember that, Guyana. Today, that is changing. Today, you have more authorized distributors, you have more manufacturers' representatives, you have more companies providing the same quality of service to their customers as they can enjoy in the United States of America. And that's part of this whole quality of life thing too, that we want to improve people's quality of life. You must be able, I say to people, these things matter. We all remember the old days when if you drove a Honda and you needed a Honda part, you had to send away for it. I see a lot of people nodding in recognition. If you drove a Honda and for some reason you had to change your headlamp or you had to change the grille in front, you had to send away for it and wait. Sometimes it took 6 months. If you had a little crack, a pebble hit your windscreen and you needed to replace your windscreen, you got to drive around with the windscreen and the crack crawling its way across your windscreen. I see a lot of people laughing. I'm sure you've all had this experience. You got to wait until the windscreen comes from Japan. That doesn't happen in the modern world. In the modern world, you drive into the manufacturer's representative and you say, I need to change my windscreen, and you buy a windscreen. Or you need to change your grille, or you need to change some other part or some other component, and it gets changed. And those are little things. They might appear like little things, but they are irritants. If I'm driving a motor car and some animal runs into my vehicle, or somebody drives recklessly and drives into the back of my vehicle and breaks my tail lights, and I want to replace my tail lights, it's an irritant to have to drive around for 6 months waiting until somebody decides that they will bring in the part, or somebody shops around somewhere and finds a substitute part. I am sure you've all lived through this. And you put on the substitute part, but it didn't really fit in perfectly, and the right side ain't looking like the left side. We say these things in jest, but when we speak of the modern Guyana, all of these little irritants, all of these quality of life differentials must be eliminated. The Guyana that we want, the Guyana that my president, our president, President Irfan Ali wants, is a Guyana where citizens and residents in Guyana enjoy the same quality of service as they would enjoy anywhere in the world, and in the major metropolises of the world, more importantly. And so that is why, like I said, I don't often launch new cars, but that is why I felt particularly pleased to be here, because we're standing in a Honda showroom, and those of you who have been in Honda showrooms or car showrooms around the world, this could be a Honda showroom anywhere in the world, right? And I think we must commend the Guyanese company for achieving that. So I walked in here and I got the whiff, the aroma of new cars. You know that new car smell, eh?
Yes, sir.
Right? You walked in here and you got the aroma of new cars. And this could have been, it could be, not it could have been. As soon as I entered, I said to Mr. Pamal, I've been in this showroom before, but many years ago, far too many for me to confess. And I can assure you it was not like this. Was there once a workshop here? Right, so you can date how long ago I came here. But having come in here now, and I look around, and I feel like I could be in a Honda showroom literally anywhere in the world. And that's good, and I want to commend you, Mr. Pramal, for achieving that. And I want similarly to urge you and to exhort you to go beyond, you probably have already, and ensure that your customers enjoy the same quality service as they would enjoy if they bought a new Honda anywhere in the world. And company by company, service provider by service provider, as we achieve that, we are moving one step each at a time closer to building the modern Guyana that President Ali is working and his government are working so assiduously to build. And so let me commend you, Mr. Pramal, and Marics, for not just the launch of this car, but what you have done here. And let me urge you to continue to do more of the same. Provide good quality service, competitive margins, products at good prices. Like I said, we want more Guyanese families to drive cars. We want more people to drive newer cars and more fuel-efficient cars. I noted the reference, Mr. Kaladin spoke about the eco. I think you spoke about an eco-friendly, I'm going to disclose now how little I know about cars, but Mr. Kaladin spoke about an eco-friendly. I see eco written on many cars. I'm never quite sure what it means. But I gather that it has something to do with environmental friendliness. So Mr. Kaladin spoke about the fact that this is an eco-friendly car, which is a good thing. We want more Guyanese families to be able to enjoy these amenities and comforts of modern life. And every single step towards achieving that is to be commended. You're offering a new product and a new option. I urge you to ensure that it is competitively priced. I wish you well in selling it in the Guyanese market. And I look forward to hearing more and more about the successes of what you're doing here. So congratulations, Mr. Pramal, and I wish you every success, not only in the sale of this car, I'm sure it's a great car and it will sell itself, but I wish you every success as your business grows in response to the remarkably exciting economic opportunities that exist in our country today. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. And I must say, as a member of the media, we love this new car scent, and we too would love to take this home. And therefore, I look forward to a day when the duty-free has dropped even further. Can I have the members of the media say amen? Amen. We look forward to that, sir. Thank you so much. And now let's get ready for a video presentation by Mr. Kamraj Jai Karan. He is a supervisor here at Marics. Please welcome him.
Good afternoon. Honorable Minister, Dr. Ashni Singh, Speaker of our National Assembly, Mr. Mansoor Nadir, our Mayor, Mr. Mentor, members of the media, please allow me to direct your attention to the big screen for the specifications and special features of the all-new Honda HR-V. Please.
We are excited to introduce all new Honda HR-V with awesome features to meet the needs and wants of our customers. The new HR-V is wider and wrapped in a sleek new design that gives the presence of a compact SUV. The great body shape with headlights and front grille giving it a cool look. Plus new premium fog lights and contemporary side design has a single crisp line from front to rear. Sleek 18-inch alloy wheels and powerful mirrors for narrow parking. The new HR-V comes with the Honda Lane Watch for your safety. These taillights are designed from end to end to give a dominant presence. Also, the new trunk space with adjustable seats for better cargo options. The interior design is spacious with clean lines and controls at your fingertips. More legroom and leather trim seats for your comfort. The all-new HRV has a new standard color touchscreen which is easy to navigate, an automatic climate control system for your comfort, plus wireless phone charger for your convenience and more. You are safe with this hill descent control feature. The new AC system gives better air circulation and coolness. Front and side curtain airbags for your safety. It's a beauty, the all-new Honda HRV.
Isn't that exciting? Thank you so much, Mr. Jai Karan, the supervisor here at Marics. And now, everyone, it is time for the big reveal. We're going to ask, of course, the Honorable Minister and the Pramal family to please head towards the vehicle. Let's get some great music as we get excited for the reveal of the HRV by Honda.